Show. It's the Mack Morning Show. It's the Mack Morning Show. It's the Mack Morning Show. Sitting at home or you're in your car. It's the Mack Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mack Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mack Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mack Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you're in your car. It's the Mack Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mack Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mack Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mack Morning Show. 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 It's the Mack Morning Show.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Fake Democrat, MAGA-loving wolf in sheep clothing. Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a black lying Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. And he wants to distract you long enough for you to vote for him and send him to Washington, D.C. There's a real Democrat out there providing hope for Mississippi. And because she doesn't have a major endorsement or goes by the title attorney, she's considered the underdog. Priscilla Williams Till does not scratch where it doesn't itch, like her fake Democrat MAGA voting opponent, Scott Cologne. Remember Priscilla Williams Till in March at the polls. Priscilla Williams Till is fighting to rebuild Mississippi from the ground up, and she has never voted for a government shutdown where your EBT and food stamps will be affected like attorney Scott MAGA-loving Cologne has. Priscilla Williams Till campaign is built on a simple truth. When Mississippians are healthy, educated, and living in communities with clean water and strong infrastructure, our state thrives. Don't fall for the lies. Scott Cologne is fake. Priscilla Williams Till is the underdog, but she is the real Democrat in this race. Let's hear from Priscilla.
Voted in their primary and also registered as a Republican in there. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Cologne should not be running in this Democratic election for the United States Senator. Registered as a Republican. If he knows that he should not have been running and he tried to trick the Democratic voters, then he should be held accountable for that.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Dessert Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Tune in to the Mack Man.
Hello everyone, this is Melissa Schumpert with Malippi Fashion. Come out to our store location. We're waiting to pack those orders and see your smiley faces at 850 North Gloucester Street, Suite 3, Tupelo, Mississippi, 38804. And always you can shop online at MalippiFashion.com.
Tune in to the Mack Man Morning. Tune in to the Mack Man Morning.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mack Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Tune in to the Mack Man Morning.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mack Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Tune in to the Mack Man Morning.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mack Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
That the mic was good. Good morning, grand rising to all of you. This is the Mack Man Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. on the East Coast. That's right here on Mack Media 3 Productions. Also, we'd like to welcome all of our listeners and viewers on Hot Talk Radio and Television Network, all 50 states and countries around the world listening to us on our time, and they may be on another time, whether you're in the morning, at night, or what have you. We like to welcome all, and I mean all, of our wonderful listeners and viewers on our network. We like to welcome our listeners that came over from WKRA. in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Like to say good morning to DW and everybody over there in Holly Springs. It's a little chilly this morning in our region, but I'm pretty sure that we can handle it. You can handle it, I'm pretty sure. Let me also welcome all of our listeners at WRFU 104.5 FM. And we'd like to say hello to Mika Light, our broadcast sister up there. She had a wonderful program, Daily Conversations with Delight, on yesterday. Let me call the roll this morning and say good morning to Deacon Alvin Moore and his wonderful caregivers. That's Sharon Reed and that's Apostle Anthony Reed. We want to thank them for all of that they do for the good deacon. We like to say grand rising and good day to Candle Dessert Lounge, and that's Miss Pam G, and that's we got Miss Singleton is in the chat this morning, and people that are here. We want to say good morning to all of you all, and thank you all for just coming by to say hello and coming by to see us. And it's just wonderful to know that we're still uh, alive and kicking. Ain't that right? Oh, I tell you. Let me I was gonna play a little something, but then I said, no, let me stop all that right now till I get the right chords and everything. I want to say something. I got a couple of messages on yesterday, uh, and somebody, people are who they are, you know, and somebody was in a sense making a joke or think that they were making a joke about us not being in Jackson for the vice president's visit. It was on the 14th uh, in Jackson, Mississippi. They had a wonderful time, I heard. But then the vice president came to Memphis. I think it was yesterday. I got a picture from a journalist friend that sent me a wonderful picture of the vice president at the National Civil Rights Museum. And wait a minute, let me see if I can find it. And I thought that was real nice of her. They said, "Man, she's up there with, she's up there with at the Dr. King at the Lorraine Hotel." I said, "Okay." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Okay." And they sent me a picture, and I'm trying to get it in our system. I can right now. Let me see. I think I have. And I want to thank our broadcast brothers and sisters over in Memphis. They were the only ones that sent me a picture. Isn't that something? Now, let me tell y'all about this. Let me talk to y'all about this. People will do things, one, to try to confuse you, two, for their own various reasons, and three, some people just low down haters. Now, it's not that, how can I put this? When you give me arrangements, our company, Mac Media 3 Productions, was invited by the Democratic Party to come and to cover and to do some other things. And it fell through. Not my fault. Am I mad, upset? No, I met the vice president in Chicago at the Democratic convention. Not only did I meet the wonderful vice president, I met and talked to uh, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. So I'm not starstruck. I'm not upset. I'm not dismayed or anything like that. I thought it would have been a great opportunity for uh, Mississippi Broadcasting and for our community to see our reporters there, to be able to interview and to talk to the wonderful people and everybody that was there. Now, most of the dignitaries that were there, that were in the legislature and some mayors and different people, because they had the municipal conference for the local officials were held there too. I know a lot of them, and then we familiar with each other and things like that. So I wouldn't have had a problem. But when you make a commitment and you put it out there and then you snatch it back or you fix it in a way that now this is just one of the sub things that have happened in the situation. Well, my thing is I got the option either to take that treatment or not, and I decided not. I'd rather not come. Mm-hmm. And I refuse to allow things to rattle rattle me. I've been in journalism long enough to know when uh, people are trying to do things and say things to try to sabotage you and everything. So uh, I just wanted to wish. I just wanted to wish the wonderful vice president on her book tour. We want to say welcome to the South. She's on her way to Chicago now. And a lot of my friends there said, man, we'll get pictures for you. I want to thank all of you all. But that's all I'm going to say right now. I'll be in touch with the vice president's people to see if she would come on and talk about her book tour and probably some other future things. When people count you out, let them keep counting because they're going to lose count. Let them lose count. And I don't understand it why people will make it their business to just try to make somebody's life miserable. You don't have to be miserable. Good morning, Diane Black, the next state rep, next senator. And I will. I'll check my text. I sure will. And and Diane, you know how it feels. You know what you could have. This is your class, as they say. But God may want you to be in another class of legislators, and you just hang on in there, cause God got something for you. And everybody can't go where you're going. Everybody can't do what you do. So we thankful. I thought about Fannie Lou Hamer. I thought about Fannie Lou Hamer. I thought about Emmett Till. I thought about Fannie Lou Hamer in this way. I said, you know, Mississippi has suffered so much and so long, and we've always been on the bottom, and we still got people that even look like us that don't want us to make it. This woman stood up and did her very best for the state of Mississippi, and they didn't treat her kind. Not a lot of people didn't treat her kind. That lived right around her. A lot of people criticized and said some things about Miss Hamer. And when I think about Fannie Lou Hamer, I think about not only the vice president, but I think about the candidate for Senate. I think about all 7 women that are running for Senate that look like me, that's giving young ladies and young women hope to know that you can fit into this in the government and in society. And you don't have to hold your head down and you don't have to look funny and you don't have to be bowing down to people. So I just wanted to let you all know that we're in survival mode. The orange man is doing his dirt and we know it. I got some developments and I got something that I want to show that I think that is really funny. But I wanted to just pay tribute to our vice president and to all of our elected officials that have a right mind and a right heart and ain't no tricksters, ain't trying to get you to vote for this person and that person and all that other stuff. So I just wanted to drop that's the Mack Man drop for the morning. Look, we're going to go to a commercial and we'll be right back. I got something I want to discuss with y'all. Y'all just hang on in there. This is the Mack Man Morning Show.
Hello, everyone. This is Melissa Schumpert with Melissa Fashion. Come out to our store location. We're waiting to pack those orders and see your smiley faces at 850 North Gloucester Street, Suite 3, Tupelo, Mississippi, 38804. And always, you can shop online at melipifashion.com.
If you're locked If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Tune in to the Mack Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mack Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
We are back on the Mack Man Morning Show. Good morning, grand rising to each and every one of you that are here. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful day that we're having. All right, let me show you what this crazy person is doing. Hypocrisy at its worst, I'll put. As you know, the Nobel Peace Prize is a prize that's given to individuals that demonstrate and show. Okay, Diane, thank you very much, Diane, for your you got a chance to get to okay, send me those pictures of your visit. Diane was at the Diane Black was at the vice president's visit in. I think she was up this way. If I'm right or wrong, you were up in the Memphis area. You didn't did you go? You didn't go to Jackson. I don't know if you can let me know, Diane, so that I could be accurate. And we'll talk about that in a couple of seconds. I got something on the screen that I'm showing you all. I made a vow that I wasn't going to show this person's picture, but this is kind of funny to me. And you say, why is it funny? Holding an award or something. The lady that you see, and if you're looking at the screen on your right, not at me, but look at the woman in the white outfit with the orange man that lives in the White House. And it looks like she's giving him some kind of award or something. That is that lady's Nobel Peace Prize. That is the opposition leader in Venezuela. I don't know her name. I didn't get it. I know, I mean, it's there, but I don't know. And she brought her note, trying to be nice and trying to see if she can get a position or be the next leader of Venezuela. Now, look at how this is going. She brought her gold medal by being recognized by the Nobel Committee in Norway. Dr. Martin Luther King received this wonderful award. Barack Obama, President of the United States, the president, I say, original, our president, received it. He was nominated, voted upon, screened, and critiqued and everything. And they awarded these people the Nobel Peace Prize. Prestigious award, an award that shows that if you fight for peace, somebody's going to recognize you, Mahatma Gandhi and others that we can name. Here this man is. He says that he deserved the Peace Prize, and y'all overlooked him. The committee overlooked him, and with all this hell that he's raising, all this melee that's going on, he convinced this woman in some way, somehow, to give up her medal to give to him, and she gave it to him. I'm presenting this to the president. I'm giving you mine. Now, the Nobel Committee has already said you can't transfer it. He does not have it. He's just in the possession of that lady's medal. She let him hold it or whatever, have it or whatever. She can do what she wants with it. He can display it and tell a lie that he earned it. You did not earn. He ain't earned nothing that he has. He has not earned. He has stolen. His father stole things. Stole it to a point that he put black people in the slums and was charging them exorbitant rents to live in rat-infested places. He was a slumlord. He was sued with his father for civil rights violations and violations of people's rights and had to pay. He is a born grifter. That's just funny. I wanted to show that because I thought that that was kind of, let me take them off. That was kind of interesting to me. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this administration that we call the presidency is trying to use martial law. That's his next stop, is martial law. Well, brother Mack, where is he going to do it? He's up in Minnesota. It's just big enough for him to send his folks in. He's got twin cities, St. Paul and Minneapolis. All right. He sends them to a mixed community, a community of mixed races and mixed nationalities. You got Somalians, you got everybody that's up there, artists, you got all kinds of people in that wonderful place called Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul. Hmm. So he causes all of this trouble, unalives a woman on television, on video, and don't care, gave him full immunity. The lady was shot at. She had took 4 bullets. I'm not going to say where they were. There's a report that's out there. I just don't like doom, gloom, and gore and all that old stuff. But she was mutilated. Okay, now I got no flack from no. It doesn't matter, but I'll say it and say it again. What if she was black? Oh, I know, Miss Good. You got a family, you got children, you got a spouse, and so forth and so on. But so did people that look like me. I'm not going to harp on this. I'm just going to just do a little rebuttal about, sometimes you got to answer people in a way that they'll understand, and hopefully that they will understand. This country is destroying itself. It doesn't need any help. Nobody's done it. It wasn't my people. We were the slaves. So it wasn't black people. It wasn't anybody. The greed, the sheer greed of this country. And greed has spilled over even into our own community. Somebody sent me, now I don't talk about church folks too much, but I don't talk about this Brian Carn fella, that grifter that gyps people out of their money. He was gypping people out of their money when he was 15. They made him a boy preacher and he lied and said that he's this and that and the other. See, I got a problem with people doing that. If you're a healer, go to the hospital, lay hands on the sick. If you got that much power and you got that much, well, why does it cost me to get a blessing? See, all that old funny business that's going on, it ain't just in the government, it's in the church. And I'm not talking about nobody's pastor. I just said that because they got this man's face plastered all over the internet. See, you can be loved by the world and then you could be hated by them too. See, so that's why it shouldn't make no difference what people think about you. It does make a difference what I think about them. See, if you get wrapped up in the fame and the fortune of this world, and then when they get ready to turn you off, you looking like you're an idiot. That's why I don't get all bent out of shape and everything about numbers on certain platforms. I'm not there for that. Oh, I got to say this. I got to do this. I got to get the numbers. I got to put out a big, 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 big title and hoo-doo-doo and this and that and the other and all of that foolishness. And for what? They giving you they giving people crumbs. Those of us that broadcast, those of us that do what we do, that's why you got to have supporters. You got to have people that believe in the vision and believe in what you're doing. And what I mean by that is news, information, and inspiration. I've said that from day one. That's exactly what I do. Not gossip, not going into your bedroom, finding out what you're doing and everything. That doesn't matter to me. How are you treating the people that are around you each and every day? How are you treating your fellow man? How are we treating each other? And so far, we're not doing a good job at it. We have a madman, and his cronies that are waiting. They are waiting. You was at the, okay, well, let me see what you said there, Diane. I saw that there. Thank you, Miss Singleton. All right, there. Let's see what Diane said. Diane was at the Memphis, Tennessee event last night. God bless you. I'm so glad. See, God will make a way for you when people think they closing you out and they shutting you down and everything. See, there was a lot of people there. I seen some things. There was some people there, and I'm just laughing. I'm joking. There was one person that I didn't see there. I didn't see Scott Cologne there. I saw Angela and the rest of them folks there. I saw some other people. I didn't see him there. And that's the anointed one, as they say. Don't be fooled, folks, by the people that they're trying to put up for you to vote. It's the same old plantation politics that they've been playing all along. They get somebody prestigious, dress them up, put them in a nice suit, some alligators and everything else. And then we just fall for it, just like that Brian Carn foolishness. We fall for it. But it was no, you couldn't. No, they didn't let you film. And okay, I understand though. I understand what they were saying because they gave us the. Now this is what they did. They gave us the rights. So you can broadcast from that. You can tape from time that lady lands in the airport to the time that she. Oh, they made it look good until they snatch it back and try to make. They try to And I ain't doing nothing for free. If you hire a production company, that's what you're hiring them for. You can contract, and then the lie that they say they don't have no money. Don't tell me that you ain't got no money, and I know how much money the Democratic Party has. Don't lie to a reporter, especially one like me that know the facts. I ain't gonna put them out there, and I'm not gonna. I don't mention no names. There's no rich. I don't use this broadcast to beat nobody over the head. Information and inspiration. That's what I'm doing. And Diane, that's a wonderful thing that you got a chance to be in attendance, and that's wonderful. Now back to what I was saying. All right, we're living in a day and time right now. And if you look at the news, and some of you do, some of you don't, but you better start paying attention to what's going on around about you. I'll say it and I'll say it again. The motive, this man wants to stay in power as long as he can. And don't fret, don't get upset. He ain't going to do it. But look at what he's trying to do. He's in Minnesota. He's in a place where they have scouted out. They couldn't do it in Los Angeles. He couldn't do it in Chicago. They run him out of there, run him out of LA, and run him out of all these places. He come to the places. I mean, there's some places I know that they need to put some police there, but they ain't coming. You ain't going on the south side of Chicago or the west side of Chicago. I know you ain't coming. You ain't gonna do it. They ain't coming in the hood. They already know what's awaiting them. So we'll just pass on that. But they pick on people. Now you picking on your own folks, the liberal folks, the flower children, as they say, and people are complaining and saying that black people are not in the fight. We've been in the fight for over 400 years. Yeah, and now white privilege is being tested. It's being tested. Think about it, folks. Let's look at it for what it is. White privilege is being tested. We was property. Let me explain something to everybody, and nobody understands this, but then I'm not saying nobody, but let me just break it down to you right quick. If enslaved Africans were considered property, how can their descendants, that's me, you, and all of us that are alive today, be blamed for generational poverty? We was brought here broke. They took everything from us. They made us like horses and cattle and sheep and hogs and stuff to mate and to make others to work the fields. We were property. Get that in your mind, people of color. We were property. You belong to these folks. From George Washington on down, all of them was crooks. All of them were slave masters. But then people get mad at us when we take a stance, when we were fighting for civil rights, when Fannie Lou Hamer was out there trying to see if Mississippi could get the right to vote for everybody. A woman stood up, all the beating and all of the abuse that woman took. For who? There's some men that would not even do it. They wouldn't even take up. They wouldn't even stand. They wouldn't stand. They ran and hide. They talked about this woman. And then let me show you how they really did it. They had her in jail. They got one of the male prisoners to stretch her across something and whoop her with a nightstick. Beat her so bad that she had a limp forever. The doctors in the hospital, when she was they did a procedure, they did a hysterectomy. Y'all know women, y'all know, Lord help us all, on her without her knowledge. That's what they were doing back then, to sterilize you so you can't populate. They didn't want you to populate after slavery. They didn't want that many. They wanted as many slaves as they wanted to, as long as they had control over you. They wanted you to have children with everybody. They had a specific man, called him a stud, like he's a horse out the pasture. And your job is to make other slaves. Oh, they had them. So they did these diabolical things, and then she married a man that had children and took them as her own while fighting for the rights just to vote in the state of Mississippi. That's why I was wondering, when history comes and things come and unique people come to the area of Mississippi, it is important. We forget about the pioneers, the people that paved the way for us. We shaking our tail and doing all kinds of foolishness on the internet, lying, tricks, pranks, and this and that and the other. But there's things that are going on, folks, right up under our nose, and we don't even know it. The man is lying. He says that he has a health care plan. And he said, I'm going to just give y'all the money. You go shop for yourself. You know he's a liar. And the black people sitting there, send me my health care money. I'm going to send. Some of them ain't going to buy none. I don't know who. I'm not just talking. I'm talking about folks that I know. You want a handout from this man. He giving us $2,000. You sell your soul for a crumb. You'll sell your soul. I'll take it. Because why? I'll take it because he's giving it. And the black politicians are not even better. Look at what's going on in the state of Mississippi. Let's talk about Mississippi just a little bit longer. Here we got a man that literally voted for this regime that we have right now. In the last national election, unless the man come and show me something different, the last national election, this man voted for that regime and then came back as an official and came back talking about vote for me as a Democrat. But I wasn't. But Kamala Harris was not good enough for Scott Cologne to vote for. He voted for Cindy Hass-Smith. It's been reported to me that he was up for judgeship, the one that Mr. Chamberlain, that's from DeSoto County, got. He was on the Supreme Court, and they gave him that federal judgeship over Mr. Cologne that has bowed and scooted for these people. I'm just going to tell the truth. When you're so interested in the other people's agenda and you hurt your own folks, you hurt the people that you're supposed to be serving the interests of other people that don't care. I know you don't care about black people. What's your track record? I was reading something. He's trying to do it now like there's nobody else in the race. But I was reading something that he had put out, and I won't put nothing that he has out, and nothing. Turncoat. There's another phrase for it. I ain't going to say what it is. And he put his comparison. He says, I'm for this and I'm for that and she's for this. He said nothing about our community, about making the schools better, about taking action as a senator to make sure that the schools and the benefits that Mississippi deserves and should have, not just as a welfare state, but create something that people can be proud of. People want to work. People want to earn their living. But how you going to do it when all of the factories are in the white community? Come on, let me just tell it like it is. Madison, Rankin, and all them other Flowood and all them other places, the rich parts of Jackson, Mississippi, where they got the gated community, they got an actual street, an actual community. You got to be buzzed in. Nothing wrong with it. That's what you want to do. That's fine. But that's over there on that side of Jackson when they created the Capitol Police to try to take over from the Jackson authorities, to take it out of the hands of those that sit there. Mayor Horn, how you doing this morning, Mayor John Horn? How are you? Wonderful, man. And thank you for giving the vice president the key to the city. People had some stuff to say. Black folks had something to say. They giving them the key to the cesspool. See, you are what you think. If you think your community is a cesspool, that's what it is. If you're not going to do anything to help it or to transform it, get out of the way. Now back to this here. So now, we got the vice president here. They reopened this events hall. Beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. Holds about 2,000 people. They opened it back up right there in the heart of downtown Jackson. And our folks was there all along. They're talking about us being down there visiting and the vice president visiting. Somebody even said she's on the taxpayer's dime and she's out there. No, she's a private citizen at this time. This is her book tour. This is her promoters and the people that her publishers that sponsored her and make sure that she gets around and everything and takes care of her protection. No, she's not like Trump, go and play golf every weekend. Take the whole White House down. You got to fly him and fly another plane down there. Every time he moves, he's moving with two planes. See, there are two identical Air Force Ones. One is the disguise and one is the actual plane. He's got three helicopters. One is for him and the other ones are diversions. He has three limousines. He usually put two in. He got SUVs, everything. And even let his boy Cash Patel have BMW SUV armored vehicles. Chevrolet ain't no good for us. We got to go over to the other country and get their trucks and stuff. Oh, grifters. Then you got this Kristi Noem, head of Homeland Security. She's got a gun on TV, got a weapon in her hand so close to the man's head. I know he was sweating bullets because if that thing went off, he's surely gone. Woman that has never picked up, she ain't never arrested nobody, wasn't no good as a governor. Talking about, and bought two airplanes, not one, she bought two separate airplanes aside from the fleet of airplanes that we have with the United States government. Trump, Orange Man, took the Saudi Arabia superjet and say he's going to turn it into the Air Force One. Greedy grifters tore up the White House, talking about people that gave him money for it, and it still tore up. Destroyed, looking out the window, I need me some more money. Told the oil executives, they wasn't stupid, they know him. Talking about go to Venezuela. They said, man, we're not going to Venezuela. Why are we going to Venezuela? And they down there fighting and carrying on, and we can't go down there. What you talking about? And lied on the folks and said, he said, they're going to pay for everything, just like they're going to pay for the wall. Remember he said about the Mexican wall, Mexico's going to pay for the wall. They ain't paid a dime. They really mad at America, talking about, don't y'all come over here? Then this idiot, let me show you how they talk. They so nervous and like property and stealing stuff, just like they stole America. Because it wasn't just Columbus and the Mayflower folks. They came over here and took this country, rolled out the Native American Indians, made them sick, brought smallpox blankets and gave it to them and made them sick. They dirty and low down folks. And we still kissing their feet. Some people feel that they can't do nothing without the other persuasion. Yes, a boss and all that old stuff. I'm not going to do it. See, they'd have had a problem with me. There's only one king, and that's God and his son Jesus. Now, I said it. I ain't bound to nobody but to God. And he deserves that, and he deserves more. Back to this here. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, please don't forget where you come from. Please don't let the news of the day and the aggravation of the day get you to a point where you become, we've been here before. What they say, been here, been there, done that. We've been here before. We know how to deal with the racists. They don't know how to, they made this monster. They created him. Now they want us out there to fight for them. Now, I'm not saying don't go out there and support the ladies and gentlemen and the people that are out there. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. I think of good, if it's worthwhile, it's worthwhile, but it ain't our fight. It ain't my fight. As a black man, it ain't my fight. It ain't my fight. I have all respect and honor for Miss Good. I really do. and her family, all in my heart, because my heart bleed every time one of our people and anybody getting hurt or unalive. But ma'am and sirs, I am not thrilled, and it ain't thrilling me because we told you so. We told you that the woman that everybody dissed and Mr. Scott Cologne dissed and didn't feel like, and a whole lot of other brothers out there that didn't think that a black woman can do anything. Oh, okay. It's going to be the black woman that save us out of this. They're going to be in the forefront. They're going to be in the forefront, and it is our job as men. We got to cover them. You say, what do you say about that, Brother Mack? Such and so, and people. I don't think that that's too high of a position for a woman to be in there and be senator and be all that. They need to be at home. No, now hold up a second. Hold up a second. You mean to tell me you rather have what's in there or a perpetrator of a fraud? You want him in there? Y'all not even reading. Nobody's looking and seeing. The man is a Republican. So therefore, if in the last election he voted for this tyranny that's going on here, what do you think he think about the people of the state of Mississippi? Wake up. Democrats, wake up. Don't be just because he look good, he got nice shoes, he's nice, this and that. Oh, he's the prosecutor. Check out his record. Find out who he's been prosecuting. Find out. Find out his voting rate. What is he doing? I mean, what has he been doing? Now, I heard, and it's been reported to me, that his family is very wealthy. They got resorts in Canada, and not Canada, God forgive, in Africa and everything. They got resorts and everything. Somebody got some money. He got $600,000. Somebody got some money somewhere giving it to him. Don't be fooled. I don't want an Oreo cookie representing me. And you shouldn't want them either. Either be all the way or not. And the election ain't just about me or black people per se. I want everybody in Mississippi to make it. But now, if you got that prejudice streak in you that your ancestors gave, see, they told us we was property. But they told y'all was bosses and y'all was superior over us. So therefore, we still got the plantation mentality in a whole lot of places. Well, we won't stand up for each other. We won't support each other. We won't give each other a hand. But when soon as one of them cacklers, them hens over there, and then we go over there where they are, because even in business, I've said it, guilty. Man, I wish black people would get themselves together. Why I got to go over here? I'd rather go over here to the such and so instead of going to my fault. I'm admitting this. Have you ever done that before? We do it every day. Instead of us going to the people that look like us, that do have some form of business, we'll go to other folks. You don't want no food. They didn't want FUBU. Y'all remember what FUBU for us, by us? Y'all, some of y'all, you hip hoppers and you house heads and you folks back there in the 80s and the 90s, y'all know what FUBU is. For us, by us. We didn't want no food. Yeah, well, every now and then we might wear. We usually, it was fashionable. It was real nice. But then here come Louis and Gucci and all them other hoochies. And we'll wear people's name. We feel that we have made it if we put somebody else's name on our back. Chanel. All y'all name ain't Chanel. All y'all name ain't Gucci. And them gym shoe folks and Michael Jordan and all them other folks. We ain't all them. But we sure will stand in line blocks around the store. Mad if you get in line above us to get some rubber and plastic and string. We'll take off work, lie to the boss, talking about we got something to do, and you at the shoe store for a little rug rat that ain't did nothing in school. Uh-oh. See, because we property. We somebody's property. I ain't nobody's property. Ain't nobody own me. My mama brought me here, but hey, I got to leave here by myself. They say, naked you come in the world, naked you go out. They're going to put some clothes on you or something and put you in an urn or something. They'll do something. Please Don't send me. I don't want. No, I ain't with all that. Whatever's there, just put it in the box and drop it in the hole. And as our spirit is gone, I'm all right. We're gonna go to a break real quick. I got something that I just came in, and I'm gonna share with you. But I'll be back in a little bit. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Grand Rising, great day to all of you. We'll be right back.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Desserts Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Fake Democrat, MAGA-loving wolf in sheep clothing. Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a black lion Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. And he wants to distract you long enough for you to vote for him and send him to Washington, D.C. There's a real Democrat out there providing hope for Mississippi. And because she doesn't have a major endorsement or goes by the title attorney, she's considered the underdog. Priscilla Williams Till does not scratch where it doesn't itch, like her fake Democrat MAGA voting opponent, Scott Cologne. Remember Priscilla Williams Till in March at the polls. Priscilla Williams Till is fighting to rebuild Mississippi from the ground up, and she has never voted for a government shutdown where your EBT and food stamps will be affected like attorney Scott MAGA-loving Cologne has. Priscilla Williams Till campaign is built on a simple truth. When Mississippians are healthy, educated, and living in communities with clean water and strong infrastructure, our state thrives. Don't fall for the lies. Scott Cologne is fake. Priscilla Williams Till is the underdog, but she is the real Democrat in this race. Let's hear from Priscilla.
Voted in their primary and also registered as a Republican in there. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Cologne should not be running in this Democratic election for the United States Senator, registered as a Republican. If he knows that he should not have been running and he tried to trick the Democratic voters, then he should be held accountable for that.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we'd like to say good morning once again to our wonderful listeners and viewers of Hot Talk Radio and Television International, the world station. We like to welcome all of our viewers and listeners that are listening to us in their various states or around the country, around the world. There are various affiliates. in different countries. We'd like to say good morning to all of you that are listening in every time zone, especially here in the United States. Grand Rising. Good day to each and every one of you. Hey, they trying to make sure that we come into the 21st century. They talking about we got us a TikTok and a TikTok channel. There's Instagram. Of course, there's Facebook that we're on, and also distributing and carrying our live feed. We want to thank the wonderful people at YouTube. They are all not wonderful, but most of them are doing their job. I want to thank all of our wonderful supporters and all of those that are all of our listeners and our viewers locally and in our region and everything. And I'd like to say good morning to everybody at KRA, although we're not there anymore, but there are a lot of listeners that are a part of WKRA and to WRFU in Champaign, Illinois. We want to say hello and grand rising, good morning to all of you. And as I was saying before, and I got another message. They like sending me messages while I'm on the air. I don't have no problem with it. Let me address something. I'm going to address. I was going to address something else, but I ain't going to do it. But let me say something. I am a journalist. I'm going to do my job. If you like what we got going on here, if you like our broadcast, fine. If you don't, there's other places that you can go. You're welcome here at all times. And as a commentator, reporter, as a anchor person, and the host of this wonderful broadcast, I'm going to broadcast and deliver the information and inspiration like I said, we've been doing for the last 2 years. It may not be inspiring to you for us to tell the truth. The truth is going to come out. I'm not here to dog anybody or to tear anybody down. That's not what I'm going for. But if you think you can pull the wool over the eyes of this host or the eyes of the listeners of this broadcast, you got another thing coming. So you know something. You got to remember the lie to keep saying it. All you got to do is say the truth once. You ain't got to say nothing where the truth is going to stand, but you got to keep covering up with a lie and another one, and it's coming and this and that and the other. I don't have time for that. Do I hate it? I don't hate anybody, but when you're doing diabolical things and you're trying to hurt the people that have been hurt all since it's been a state of Mississippi, it has been hurt. People have dogged it. Look at what they did in the legislature yesterday. It was 59 to 60, I think 61 or something like that. I didn't got the accurate amount that they voted for this taking public school money. Get this now, your tax dollars, giving it to the private schools and academies. Now, let me give you my little history about what I knew about this. The academies here were designed to be segregated, to keep segregation going. The white parents did not want their children going to school with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Shaniqua and the rest of them. You know how they always say. They didn't want us to mix because they had a fear that one of their little sons or their daughters is going to see somebody beautiful in the school. You know, we got that good looking skin and everything like that and great personalities and everything. And they say they're going to be mixing the races. We can't have them in the same shower, in the same swimming pool, in the same toilet, or nothing like they didn't want. So they created these academies. Well, these academies are low enrollment now because people are leaving. They going other places, and they looking for them. They looking for us, the citizens of the state or in the country, to support that segregation system, even giving them the money, and then said to them, there is no cap. If the tuition is 20,000, that's what we're going to give it to them. Check this out. Now, you willing to give away the money that you could be given to these schools that have worked hard? Quitman County got those A and B schools. You take it away and won't even help them to build another school, and they got the academic grades and the academics to prove it. Brother Lee Mack just showed up, but just in time. I was like, yeah, I'm about to go. But I want to give him something to chew off of. We're right here at 9:59. It's almost 10 o'clock in the Central Time Zone. Hey, y'all, in the AM. And they taking the money, your tax dollars that people go to work, Now they can get rid of the income tax. I don't know what's wrong with them when they're doing that because they ain't gonna have no other place to where they gonna get this shortfall money. But before we even get to the shortfall, they say and then they don't have to be regulated like regular schools. We want your money, but you can't come in here and tell us how to spend it and who to let it. And if they don't want you in their school, they don't have to have you. You can have all the good grades. You know who they want? They want the athletes. That's one thing, because none of them kids, they knock-kneed and everything, pigeon-toed and everything. They can't, not pigeon-toed, knock-kneed and everything. They can't play. They can't get tackled like our boys tackle them. They ain't got them healthy sons and them great daughters that shoot ball and everything like that. They ain't got them there. So they want to recruit the best of the best. You can come over here and the state of Mississippi will pay for it. So why are we coming to save their institutions? All of y'all that come to your, what do they call them? The homecomings. Every year they come to your homestead and you go root for your school and the game and the barbecue and everything else. You got school pride, and they want to take away the best of the best out of these schools. They want to take the teachers that are teaching in these schools. They'll offer them more than what they're receiving on the regular scale to destroy a school. And look at what they're doing. See, they can't lock us up no more. They done beat us enough, put the water hoses on us. They got the dogs. They call us property and everything. And now that we become liberated and become full citizens, they can't do nothing with us. They mess with our money. They mess with our school system. They mess with us, with our children. Our kids are acting funny. They acting like them. We're trying to be like them, as Brother Lee would say. We got to stop trying to use their methods to try to get our lives in order. And now our lives as a people, we're there. What do you want? Now, you just can't have my vote. What are we getting out of the deal? They gave us Scott Cologne. Say, you vote for him. Who are you to tell us to vote for that thing that didn't have enough in his heart to vote for the vice president? And she was in Jackson and he didn't show his face. Yet you want, this anointed one wants you to vote for him. Now explain yourself to me, mister. The door is open. I'm not saying nothing. I got one question. Is it true? Couple maybe. Is it true that this record that the Secretary of State, your Republican partners down there in Jackson, gave to the investigator? Or you forgot that your record is open. And not only that, they got your family's record. Somebody say his daddy worked for Reagan. You can work for who you want to work for. But stick and keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. If you're a conservative Republican, that's your business. But don't come over here lying to me talking about you're going to support my interests when you don't care nothing about us and you care all you care. Oh, he's quick to put the death penalty on the man that was mentally ill. He is crazy. Something is wrong with him up there that unalived his folks in Clay County, Mississippi. He hurried up and said, "Oh, the death penalty. I'm going to put, this is capital murder and hoo-doo-doo and hoo-doo-doo." But then you get these other folks that look different than us, like the Goon Squad down there. They had a group of deputies that went around beating and abusing. Who did they beat and abuse? People that look just like you and me. And Scott Cologne knew it. They pistol whipped a young man, a white guy, pistol whipped a black young man in his county that he represent, a couple of them. God help y'all down there. And didn't do anything about it. When it comes to them doing something, he ain't gonna do nothing. And you want us, people that have fought hard, that listen to Fannie Lou Hamer, Dr. King, Medgar Evers, and everybody, Mamie Till, Priscilla Till, these people that civil rights has affected, and the evils of these people have affected, and you want us to vote for him? You can do what you want to do. Is it that easy to fool us? I'm going to bring you back to something else. I got to say this because they dogging us, y'all. They dogging us. They're dog, and they're using people that look just like you and me. They're dogging us with a smile on their face and a pocket full of money. Gave away all of our, I mean, just gave it. Now it's going over to the Senate, Brother Lee. I'm on my way, Brother Lee. Just give me a couple seconds. I'm gonna just line this up because this is foolishness here. They're taking the money. You go to work, folks going to work and everything, and taking their money and supporting segregation. We'll let who we want in there. We want certain kind of what they call them tokens. Oh, we want you to run on that field because ESPN, ABC, and all the sports channels, they told them, first of all, they told them, if y'all don't change that rebel flag, it won't be another national sports event that we will broadcast from the state of Mississippi. And lo and behold, somebody got some religion and say, well, you know, they're going to take our money. So we still got the rebel flag in our heart. We'll take it off. And they took it down. Cause why? Money. Them folks didn't want to take that rebel flag down. It was the last state in the United States to have the rebel flag flying over the state house in the United States. Do you understand and realize that the Confederacy is the enemy to the United States of America? They were the enemy. Them same folks that brought that flag into the House of Congress, into the very House of Congress. You brought the enemy's flag. You might as well brought the swastika. And the Hitler flag, might as well. The Ku Klux Klan, might as well. It's a new version of the Ku Klux Klan. They called ICE. It's a new form of Nazi. It's called ICE. They got the Proud Boys and the Boogaloo Boys. Them are the racist, white supremacists that are got a badge and a gun that says United States federal agent on it and can snatch you out your car. Whoop on your children, go to the school and say anything. And they're not just pulling over Hispanic Americans and things like that. They pulling over black people too, because you know why? They say the Somalians are the danger. Now these crooks, let me show you how the hypocrisy is. They're over there in Iran. And he's talking about he's going to support the demonstrators and the protesters that protesting against the government he don't like. He's going to send some troops over there to help those protesters. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, as I bring up Brother Lee Mack, I had to bring him up, but I'm going to bring him right after this message, after we get through. How you going to tell me that you for protest and for democracy, but right here in the United States, your Gestapo, Black and got some black folks out there. How dare you hurt your own folks? And you want us to believe it. We'll be right back with Brother Lee Mack is here. He made his arrival. I know he's saying, man, let me get up in here for James, get to hollering and carrying on. You're listening to the Mack Man Morning Show. It's right now 8 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock in the Central Time Zone in the United States. We just thank all of you for being here. Brother Lee Mack is coming right after these messages.
Hello, everyone. This is Melissa Schumpert with Melissa Fashion. Come out to our store location. We're waiting to pack those orders and see your smiley faces at 850 North Gloucester Street, Suite 3, Tupelo, Mississippi, 38804. And always, you can shop online at melipifashion.com.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Desserts Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Tune in to the Mack Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mack Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Testing.
I'll be glad to show. Okay, I'm back now. Brother Lee will be back. I don't know what happened. Forgive me, y'all. Okay, Brother Lee, if you're there, unmute your mic. If you can, I can help you a little bit. All right, there you go. Say hey, Brother Lee. Brother Lee Mack, y'all. He's here. Good morning, Brother Lee. Go ahead, Brother Lee.
Great day and new beginnings.
Great day. All right, we got you. All right, listen, I'm going to throw this at you. I don't mean to do this all the time, but I know that you'll have some insight. I was talking and discussing some things about martial law and about, all right, there you go. All right, we got you. All right, we were talking about martial law and what this man is up to. I got a little static somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't know what that was. I don't know. I think that was on your end, Brother Lee. But then I want to know something, Brother Lee. We're living in this day and time of that we got hoodwinkers and bamboozlers, people that are perpetrating the fraud. Wait a minute. Hold on one second. Yeah, I got some static. But I want you to just in these moments, we're going to give you as much time as you can consume to discuss this situation. Martial law. The man wants martial law. He's trying to agitate. We got liars and cheaters and thieves even in our community trying to tell us to vote for folks and all that stuff. But Brother Lee, talk about this martial law situation and how you think it might come about. I say it's gonna happen, but come on, Brother Lee Mack, our co-host of the Mac Man Morning Show and our chief contributor. Come on, Brother Lee.
Well, okay, martial law. Let's look at martial law. That means it takes away the authority of local government. It's going to take away authority of your local government, your towns, your municipalities, your cities. The government will just wipe that away.
Okay, Brother Lee, if you're back, are you back? Okay, his okay. We're working on that. And let me say this: martial law is not what I'm going to stick on, but just the antics of our community, the things that are going on in our communities, wherever you live, whatever you're doing. We all could be victims of this man's madness. And my suggestion is please just stay calm, stay cool. We're looking at 20 minutes. Oh man, we're gonna go a little longer, see if Brother Lee can come back in. I got his mic up. Let me see if I can help him out. He's up. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, we gotta work on that communications part with Brother Lee's equipment that he has. It's not bad or anything like that. It's just that sometimes our equipment gets kind of funky. Are you there, Brother Lee? Okay, I'm just trying to give him an opportunity. We're going to go to a break real quick. Let's take another break. We'll be right back. Let's see if we can get Brother Lee back here. Are you listening to the Mac Man Morning Show?
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
All right. We're back on the Mac Man Morning Show. Just took a little break right then and there. Brother Lee, are you there? All right, I'm trying to get him back. He just came back up. Let me look and see what's going on here. All right, Brother Lee, if you can come back in, that would be beautiful. But okay, we'll be right back, y'all.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Dessert Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
All right, Brother Lee, are you there? Can you say something, please?
Yes, I can
All
hear you.
right, go ahead, Brother Lee. Use as much time as you would like to consume, sir.
Well, I would say martial law is the eradication of the wiping out of your civil rights, your civil and constitutional rights. That's where some martial law comes in. You have no rights, and people gotta understand that they will. He will trick you. He's trying to trick us into giving up our civil and constitutional rights by saying that your safety is in jeopardy. And that's why how government does it. That's how they do it all the time. You look in Germany, Russia, you can go all the way through these totalitarian countries where they have gotten rid of their civil and constitutional rights that they have established, and they just wipe them out because people are saying it's not safe on the streets. We want control of our streets, so they're going to give that control to the government. And when you give that control to the government, that means no one has any rights. The criminals don't, and the people the law abiding citizens, the law abiding people do not have any rights either. That means when you go out there, you can be stopped and pulled off the streets, or you can be unalived. You can be anything. That's what ICE is doing right now. ICE is coming out there. They don't show any badges. They don't have a badge with a number on it, a name tag, or anything. That's what they don't have to show who they are. They just say I'm the government. And you say, well, how? Show me some identification. They'll say, no, we don't have to show you anything. In fact, we'll take you and put you in the back of a truck or in the trunk of a car and take you anywhere or unalive you. And see, that's the thing. People are saying, oh, crime is everywhere. That's how government gets rid of your constitutional, your legal rights is by telling you and showing, having a little situation out there in the streets, and people say, well, crime is crazy. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. That's how it starts. They get rid of your rights, and I'm going to tell you this. This is how they are trying to get rid of us. Okay, through education, like you were talking about, brother, about the private schools. The way to get rid of black folks is not to educate them, not to give them health care, not to give them housing, not to give them employment, a means to make a living. That's how you eradicate a people. That's how you get rid of them. Look in Germany. Germany, they took away their rights to have a life, to have a living, to make a living. They got rid of that. They got rid of the fact that they couldn't have education. In Germany, they weren't allowed to go to schools. They weren't allowed to have businesses. They weren't allowed any kind of rights whatsoever. See, it started with that, and people hated them, and he created an atmosphere where people hated them so that they didn't care about what happened to them. And that's what they're doing with us, saying, "Oh, black folks do this and that," and that's we should be up in arms about number one, and I'm gonna tell you this number one thing is the fact that they are incarcerating us by record numbers, and we're saying, well, they must have done something wrong. No, it's not that way. It's that you know what? No race of people can possibly be responsible for that many crimes that they're saying, but they'll say we were starting all this crime and everything like that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna ask you a question. They talk about
Go
the
ahead,
gangs.
man.
They talk about the gangs in the street. You know, they say these gangs in the ghetto. Well, Al Capone was a gang. They got the mafia to right today. Do you, my brother, hear them mention the mafia on Fox News or CNN or anything like that? Have you heard them mention the mafia? That's white gangs, Caucasian gangs. They have not mentioned them. They may mention a mafia leader getting killed, one mafia leader getting killed or something like that. He had an altercation with one of his fellow gang members and they wiped him out. But I'm going to tell you something. They don't mention the white organized crime gangs. See, we so busy focusing on. They say, well, oh, black folks in the black neighborhood, they killing each other. These gangs in the street. White, listen, Caucasians have huge amount of gangs, Caucasian gangs running through this country, controlling Las Vegas and the gambling and the prostitution and the drugs. And how you think the drugs get in? Through the mafia, the government. See, but we haven't mentioned one time about the mafia. These Caucasian gangs. It's not just from Italian gangs. They got Irish gangs. They got English gangs. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. They got Caucasian gangs in every country, every ethnic group. What they call an ethnic group, I call them the same group as Caucasians. You got English gangs, you got Irish gangs, you got Italian gangs, you got all of these Caucasian gangs. No one's mentioning these gangs, and when you look, and they're well-known gangs, but you don't see that they have overwhelming numbers in prison. They're not putting them in jail. They're not incarcerating these Caucasians. Excuse me, these Caucasian. See, that's what we should look. Look. See, and the crazy part about it, your black leaders are not mentioning the mafia. You got to ask, why are our black leaders are not mentioning the mafia? Because they're getting paid to not mention. And see, that's the things we got to ask about it. And you know what? They're trying to do this with private schools, and I'm gonna tell you something. Like you just said, my brother, they do private schools because the private schools can pick and choose who they want to go to these schools. So they're gonna excommunicate. They're gonna block out a lot of these brothers and sisters from going to these schools, and where they gonna go? If you get rid of the public schools and make just private schools and put public money in private schools, that's an oxymoron. That makes no sense. You're gonna take my dollars, put it in a private school, and take public funds, put it in a private school, and then they get to pick and choose who gets to go to that school. We have to say no. We don't want that. The public school system is very good. It's just if you use it the right way. And the thing is, it worked for me when I was going. But you know what? The government got into it, found out that you were getting a good education, and then they took the monies out of the public schools. And because you listen, I'm gonna tell you this: they got a school in Mississippi, I think in Lambert, Mississippi. They got a high school. This is just an example. That high school hasn't been. Uh, that high school's been there for over 100 years. It looks the same. They hadn't put a dollar in it, not a meaningful dollar. you know. And that's the thing. We're not talking about. They're not talking about building a high school, building schools, building educational systems, buildings and systems and curriculum that's going to help the kids. And I'm not just saying trade schools. I'm saying all facets of education has to be restored. It has to be put funds in, has to be rejuvenated, because that's where our kids are in education. You got to educate them. And like Donald Trump said, he likes the ignorant. When you're ignorant, he can control you. He can use all kinds of methods to control you with lies. And that's what we have to look at. So that's what we have to focus on. Education is important. Health care is important. If we're denied health care, listen, the government, and you can write this down, and you can look this up. The government has done surveys on how do you get rid of a race of people. You get rid of a race of people by not educating them, by not giving them health care, by not giving them housing, by not giving them access to a living wage. That's how you get rid of a race of people, a class of people. You cut off all of that, and that they feel that they will die off. They feel that they would just go away. And see, that's the thing we have to understand. I'm surprised that none of our black leaders, our African leaders from our African leaders in this country have not said anything about it, have not said how important education is one of the number one things that we should be trying to fight. And you know what?
So
I'm gonna tell you that. Let me say this.
yeah, I wanted to say this. I
There used
wanted
to
to
be a
ask you this.
war.
No, I wanted to ask you this real quick, Brother Lee. Why do you think that the leaders in our community don't want to, or they're not saying anything about it? They're just sitting back with the foolishness. Come on, Brother Lee, you got it. I just wanted to ask.
Because you know what, like I've said before, they've been getting their reparations. They have found out the government has done some surveys, and they have found out we don't have to give every one of y'all reparations, every one of us reparations. They say they give it to the black leaders, and the black leaders will keep us quiet, will keep us docile, will keep us silent, and it's been working because your black leaders, you give them money like they gave. And I'm gonna tell you, I love my brother. Used to love my brother Jesse Jackson, but they gave him reparations, and that's why he was so silent. He was so quiet. Quiet. Let me give you an example about this brother, and I'm just using him as an example. I got many brothers I could pull out of there. Jesse Jackson, the Reverend Jesse Jackson said once. It's a few years ago. He said, "Let's boycott Budweiser." Okay, he had black folks not drinking Budweiser. Okay, then all of a sudden he said, let's lift the boycott. You know why he said lift the boycott? Because his two sons got some what you call got some Budweiser business. They got
They got a
Budweiser
franchise. They got that
franchise.
franchise over there,
Yes,
that Budweiser franchise.
once his sons got their reparations, he said, "Let's lift this embargo. Let's lift this boycott." See, that's the thing. You give your black leaders, they give our black leaders reparations. That's how you keep them quiet. See, you pay. Reverend Jesse Jackson was paid off. They pay off our black leaders. They pay off our black leaders. So like Sharpton, they pay off Reverend Sharpton. That's why he's quiet. He's on CNN, got his hair all waved, lost him some weight, and wearing nice suits. He's quiet now. He used to march with Dr. King. He used to march with Jesse Jackson. Now he marches with that dollar bill. He marches with that dollar bill now. All of these so-called black leaders, you say I used to march with Dr. King. Now they march with the dollar bill. They march with George Washington now. That's what they do now. You give these black leaders reparations, they get very quiet. They get very invisible. You can make black be invisible if you give it enough dollars. See, and that's what's happening here. And we got to understand that because you see, your leaders are very quiet. They don't speak about education, the thing that's going to uplift us. See, like I always say this, if to help the least of us, you help all of us. Everything rises. But I don't know where we're so selfish because we say, well, let them pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Let me tell you this. No one's to pull themselves off by their bootstraps. No one has done that. We've all done it with some help from each other. And see, we always act like once we get there, we say, I done this by myself. I built myself. You in this country, a black person can't do shit without another black person giving a sacrifice. And that's what we have to understand. When people say, I'm a man made, I'm made myself, I'm a woman made, I did this by my. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Nothing in this world, in this country, we've done alone. We can't do it by ourselves, and that's been proven. And we've all had help. And that's the thing that we have to understand is that we have to reach back. We can't use their methods, which they don't use their methods. I'm gonna tell you something. They tell you they pull themselves up by their bootstraps. I'm saying white folks couldn't have got what they got if they didn't look out for each other. And they continue to look out for each other. That's why they don't fail. And that's what I'm saying. So don't believe the hype. When white folks say pull themselves up by the bootstrap, they look after each other. That's why they still in power right now. That's why they still where they are now right now. That's why they live in the best neighborhoods. That's why they get the best programs. They get the best. They're giving corporations are getting welfare. I'm gonna tell you something. Corporations are getting welfare. Oil companies are getting welfare. Government welfare. You say, well, Lee, what is government welfare? I'm gonna tell you something. It's tax breaks. When you don't pay any taxes and you get to keep that money, that's welfare. Government is telling you that's welfare they giving to the super rich, the corporations. This is a fact, and I hope everybody looks this up. When you see, I can give you an example, another example here. They want to build a football stadium in Illinois, in Chicago. It costs $6 to $8 billion to build that stadium, and they tell you the government, the state of Illinois, say we're gonna give you money, we're gonna build it for you because that's gonna bring jobs. That's the biggest lie, one of the biggest lies ever told. That a football stadium, a basketball stadium, a sports stadium, or a venue is going to bring jobs. I'm going to tell you something. They've been building stadiums all over this country for decades. And I'm going to tell you something, hadn't created one good job that's going to pay and they're going to provide a living. I'm going to tell you something. If you put $8 billion into a city to provide jobs, let me tell you something. What you think $8 billion can do to the west side and the south side of Chicago? That would uplift that part of the city so much that would create enough employment, enough jobs, enough schools, enough infrastructure to lift that city up. So it would be one of the greatest cities in this country. $8 billion for a stadium for rich people. The $8 billion you're gonna give it to the Bears, Chicago Bears, so they can do what? So the owners don't have to pay for it, and they are billionaires already. I'm gonna tell you something. Make it make sense. That's what I have to say.
And sometimes you can't make it. We try our best to break it down the best way that we can, but it just doesn't seem like it's getting through. And like I said, Brother Lee, and I'll say it over and over: knowledge is power. When you know, and when you've done your research, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to to figure things out. We can see it for ourselves. We're going to keep our eyes on. Uh, there is something that's getting ready to come up that I think, Brother Lee, I want to ask you about this real quick before you go. Um, it's a proposal that's being made. You know that the government has a deadline of the 30th of January to to fund the government continuously, and the word is being spread around that the ICE budget will not be approved, or the departments that are doing the crazy things towards, they need 60 votes in the Senate to get it passed. It ain't there. They got to work with. They got to come over to where the Democrats are. Could you tell me, Brother Lee, what kind of leverage and what it would mean if the Senate Democrats and the others that's over in the House stand their ground and they say we don't want the government to shut down. Talk about that just a little bit, Brother Lee. What do you think that would be the method should be used at this time with this budget thing? Should they fund the ICE folks? Should the Democrats stick together? What do you need? What do you say about that situation?
I
Real quick.
say we should we should stick. The government should stick together and not fund this ICE bill. Let me tell you something. We have to sacrifice to get where we need to go. And I'm gonna tell you something. This ICE bill. I'm gonna tell you something about this ICE bill. You know what? They only use ICE in these Democratic states, in the states that went against Donald Trump. He's not putting ICE in those Republican states. He putting ICE in the Democratic states, the Democratic cities, the cities that stand up and speak for themselves. It speaks for the people. And see, that's the thing we have to get this in the Constitution. This is for the people, by the people. And I'm gonna tell you something. We must stand up against ICE because ICE is this Gestapo. And people say, "What's a Gestapo?" And I'm gonna tell you something. That's a militaristic Ku Klux Klan. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's the thing that ICE is. ICE represents the Klan. No question about it. You can look that up. ICE represents the Klan. When ICE can walk through your neighborhood and ask you, you got an accent, get in the car, get in the trunk, well, I'm going to take you away, I'm going to unalive you. They don't ask you for identification. I'm going to tell you something. Everybody should be up in arms about this ICE. ICE can walk through your community and snatch you out and just do you any kind of way. No, we don't need it, any kind of law enforcement. That's not a law enforcement. That's not a law. You say you call ICE law enforcement. What law is ICE enforcing? It's not enforcing any law that's on the books. See, that's the thing. It's not enforcing any law that's on the books. It's running through the communities like the Klan used to do and still do to this day. That's what the ICE is. You could call it any name you want, but I'm gonna tell you, Klan is the first name and the last name of that organization. And an organization is as bad as anything else that was here before, and that's Klan. That's the Klan. So no, no, I'm not gonna support the Klan. I'm not gonna support ICE. And I'm gonna tell you something. We have to stand up. And if white folks, Caucasians, say they for justice and for liberty and for all, then well, they wouldn't support the Klan either. When they say I got black friends, well, it's okay. Let's prove that you got black friends. Let's eradicate this ICE. Listen. We're gonna have to sacrifice. If not approving a budget will get ICE out of here, because I'm gonna tell you something. ICE is just the first step. See, we think ICE is the last step. No, ICE is the first step. And then once you get ICE, and then they build on ICE, and pretty soon, you know what? They got your kids. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. In Germany, they had what you call the Gestapo. That was a form of ICE. And then ICE, the Gestapo, the German Gestapo used to tell the kids, the kids in that country, tell on your parents. If they say something against the government, report them. And the kids used to report their parents to the government and have them arrested. And I'm going to tell you something. If we let ICE continue, this is what's going to happen. And I'm gonna tell you like this. You said, no, 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 Lee. I tell you like this. Look this up what I'm telling you now. Because it will happen. That's what I have to say, my brother.
Each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, you can reach and see and view our program, our broadcast each and every weekday, right here on Hot Talk Radio and Television Broadcasting, Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Production, and all of our other outlets on social media. I want to thank Brother Lee for being here and giving us that opportunity just to hear. And he's right. We're going to talk more about it. There's a, if y'all, wait a minute, let me see here. There was a, if I can go back just a little bit, if y'all just be patient with me, there is a person that reached out to me, and in Philadelphia, a deputy over in Philadelphia, the county of and the city of Philadelphia has a sheriff, and that sheriff stood up and said that if the ICE folks come over there, that she was going to make sure we're trying to get the that sheriff to come on and to speak to us. We're working on it. Sheriff Rochelle Bale of Philadelphia. We're gonna see if we can get. We're working on seeing if we can get her over here on next week's show, one of next week's shows. So y'all just be looking out for you. Thank you for everything, and thank you all for supporting us. This is another week that we're getting ready to wrap up. It's another fabulous Friday, and we're just grateful to be not just alive, but to be ready for. We're still fighting. We're going to fight, and we're going to continue to fight. I'm James Mack. I'm your host. Don't forget to tune in to us on Mondays, starting on Monday, every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on Mac Media 3 Productions. This is a Hot Talk Radio and Television Network. We're on worldwide and even in our 50 states here in the United States. And we'd like to say thank you to all of those listeners around in the states and around the world that make the MacMan Morning Show your show. We're moving forward. We're going to get to where we need to get to. Continue to support us. Get the replays if you might. You can get your replays on YouTube, and you can replay if you don't get an opportunity to. We're developing our evening show. We're getting some other things together, but still in all, just everybody have a wonderful, great weekend. It is a little chilly. Please pray for those homeless people that are out. We had an incident here in our region where a man was waiting on a bus stop in Shelby County in Memphis and froze and just had no place to go and was wrapped up behind the bus stop and just was laying there on Poplar Street, where all the folks is. They just rolled by him and everything until daylight came and somebody realized it just wasn't a homeless man there. It might have been, and he lost his life. We're praying for the soul of that man and his family. Hopefully they found out who his family is. Y'all check on your folks. And don't be so mean not to check on your folks. Check on your people and see how they're doing and everything. You all be blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. This is the MacMan Morning Show. And like I said, we'll be back here on Monday. Continue to support us, support our the people that support us. We want to thank all of them for their support. And we're asking you to stay vigilant. If you got a news or a something interesting that you want us to look into, go to macmedia3 at gmail.com. That's macmedia3, the number 3 at gmail.com. All together, you can put in lowercase if you like to. Send me information if you like for us to talk about it. I got one more picture. I just got it in from a friend of mine in Chicago. I got a reporter friend of mine, Martin G. Johnson, sent me. He's there. The vice president is there in Chicago this morning. They had a prayer breakfast. The annual Dr. King prayer breakfast was going on, and it's just so great to see that the vice president is making her rounds and hopefully stick with your folks, vice president, I would say. And look at behind, and if you look at the picture that I have here, look behind, look behind the vice president. You got the Chicago and of course the American flag, but you got the red, black, and green. Watch out now. Watch out now. I think that I think that's saying something. The red, black, and green behind this. Well, what he trying to do? Rally our folks. We're getting together. Let me be quiet about that. But we want to welcome the vice president in the Midwest and in the Mid South. We want to thank her for coming. Wish I would have saw her. while she was in our region. That's all right. I'll get my chance when I get to the inauguration or something. I'll get my chance to once again uh, see the vice president. And thank you, Martin, for y'all just having mercy on us. And to our dear friends in Memphis, we want to thank you for this shot and this shot today from so I told you I got friends everywhere. I got people that they'll look out for me and make sure I'm okay. And we're just grateful for them. Let me get out of here. We're gonna go. This is the Magman Morning Show. Y'all be good and remember our affirmation. God, listen. You don't have to be jealous of anybody because once God gets through blessing them, He has more, way more than enough left over to bless you. So don't you worry about nothing. He's got our back. Y'all be good. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. We're going to get out of here and y'all have a wonderful day.
It's the Mack Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Mack Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mack Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mack Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mack Morning Show. 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 It's the Mack Morning Show.
Sure.